It's okay. We can go outside now. It's raining. Wait till the rain stops. Come sit beside me. Good. Okay, okay. Where are you? Wiggling your tail. There. Relax. How you feeling today? Good? I'm gonna say hi to some people. Say hello. What? Okay, 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 okay. I got you. I got you. I got you now. I got. Stay. Something is in your eye. Wait. Wait. Tell everyone you went hiking this morning for a little walk. Remember, we went this morning. It was a nice long walk. Then it rained on us, and it's been raining since then. I know it hasn't stopped yet. Really? You gonna bite my bed? No. Leave my bed alone. Leave my bed alone. Duke. Listen, if you're nice and you behave, where are you going? Back up. Back up. Okay, I'm going. You gonna stay here by yourself? You gonna stay here by yourself? Up here, look. Look what I got. Duke. Yeah, leave my tools alone because we're still working with them. No, it's too wet. Gonna make a mess. He's staying inside. Wait till it dries up. Stop biting my wall. Okay, I'm going to the store. You gonna stay? You wanna Right, now you wanna go to the store? Or you wanna stay here by yourself? How about you stay here? I'll go by myself. Okay? Duke, you wanna stay here by yourself? Come here. Okay, I'm going. You stay here, okay? Don't be mean. Duke, if you touch my stuff, I won't take you. You decide. Hey JD, how are you? Yeah, I just finished. Get in there, slowly. Hey, you wanna go outside? It's raining. Baking soda on an empty stomach neutralizes acid we need to digest in stomach, doesn't it? The baking soda is just temporary to actually help with the small intestine. That's all about it. Doesn't mean you have to do it all the time. Duke is like, you get shoes and let's go. Yeah, he wants to go outside right away as soon as I mention it. Duke, wait. You're gonna go outside, put this on. It's raining still and it's cold. Come here, put this on. No? I can't hold the phone and do this with you, boo. Duke. There. Now you can go outside by yourself. Do we take pills or do we just take spoonful of regular? You just take 1/4 teaspoon. That's all you need. Still wet, Duke. How can I raise blood oxygen levels? Breathing exercise. How many exercises? Effective Samuel. I'm a KGB agent who are watching. Sounds good. Sounds good. Look at that. Duke. Duke is outside. Let's keep him outside for a bit. It just is really, really wet. I haven't finished the roofing yet. Still waiting for some material to arrive actually. Then it'll be nice to sit outside. What about juicing the peels of lemon? For what's the purpose behind it to juice the peel of the lemon? What about cardio? How can I heal damaged cells from diabetes? Fasting. But you have to do a 72-hour fasting at least every 3 weeks. Would be ideal. Bring in the dog. He's outside. It's raining a little bit. Let him. He's probably wandering a bit. He just ate, so he probably needs. Oh yeah, he's looking for his ball. He thinks I'm gonna go outside and play with him in the rain. Duke, wait till it stops. It's wet. I'll go outside in a minute. I just gotta make some coffee. I haven't been doing live in the afternoon for a very long time, guys. I do apologize just because I've been extremely busy taking advantage of the good weather whenever we get it so I can finish some of the things around the tiny house before the winter hits. But today it's been raining, so I didn't really do much. So I thought I'd come and see you guys. Amazon is delivering a Breville, the Juicy Fountain Cold XL Centrifugal Juicer in the next couple hours for me. Nice. Hopefully it works out good for you. The Breville Juicing Fountain Cold. I guess I should look that up to see what kind it is. I'm not a huge fan of juicer, but I do have a lot of patients that actually love that stuff. Hey guys, I wanted to say a big thank you to everyone for joining my YouTube channel, and we did hit 10,000 members on YouTube, which is really appreciate all you guys' support, and definitely I wouldn't have done it without you guys. What are your thoughts on mushroom supplements? Some of the mushroom supplements is a hit and miss. Some of it works, some of it don't. The only thing you can do is give it a shot. To give you an example, I tried lion's mane for many years. Did not work for me till recently. I did find a company locally, and she gave me a couple bags, and it's working. It's working good. I'm currently out. I don't have any right now to show you guys which one it is, but it is on my website. But I will definitely, once I get some more in, I'll definitely share it with everyone. The mushroom coffee. Hey Maurice, long time. It has been a long time favor. Haven't been coming in the afternoon, been coming a little bit late in the evening. But today it's a little bit raining outside and sweat, so I thought I can do some live with you guys just for a bit. Not too long, probably about an hour. What's your favorite supplement? Nitric oxide. Stupid chemistry joke and oh, yuck, joke. Does creatine help hydrate? No, creatine does not help hydrate. Creatine is just something to do with your mitochondria, nothing to do with your hydrate. If it's making you drink more water, you shouldn't be drinking more water. You should be hydrating your body correctly. One of my favorite supplements, there's three of my top supplements I would say to actually protect your heart. To give them to you guys in order would be vitamin D, vitamin C, and magnesium. I'm taking gummies that have 10 different mushrooms. How is that working for you, Al? It's just the gummies, probably they are infused with a lot of sugars too. So sometimes it defeats the purpose, I think. But if it's working for you, why not? It's a little bit chilly today. It's like only 10 degrees here. It's freaking cold. I feel less pain in general. That's good. That's excellent. Each mushroom does certain things different in the body. You have from antioxidants to cardiovascular to relaxation to blood flow. They just have to build up into your body. What's for high blood pressure? You can download my ebook, and you can support my channel by downloading my ebook. And how to reverse high blood pressure would be great. Let's set this up here. Hopefully I don't drop it. There we go. I definitely will, thank you. And let me know once you get it, follow the procedure and the protocol. This way, if you have any questions, something you're not sure of, feel free to reach out, and definitely I can help you with it. I think Duke wants to come in. Let's open the door for him again. Abdullah, how are you? I hope you're going good. Happy Sunday. Come on in, Duke. We'll wait about half hour. If it doesn't rain anymore, we can go outside and play. Not now. Go up in the bed. Come here. Come and sit, relax. You just ate. We'll play shortly. Okay, and don't make a mess, please. Okay, sit down. Sit down. Duke. Let's answer some questions. Be nice. Look, they're asking us some questions. Tell everybody to tap the screen. Are you tired from walking today? Went for a nice little long walk. Nice shepherd. Thanks, Luke. What? Wanna take a nap before we go? Yeah? You want some coffee? We need to brush you today. You're shedding like crazy, bud. Oh, you want some more? Okay, okay. Hold on. Let me fix this up so we don't drop the phone by mistake. Your paws are wet. Good, I'm being attacked by hoot on my second knee, by gout on your second knee. After last week, one knee taken ibuprofen. Wait, Duke. Ibuprofen, 800 milligrams, 110 milligrams. Any help? We mentioned it last time to actually stop taking the nice and temporary, right? Abdullah, I don't know if you're still taking it or you just you stopped, because that will actually conflict a bit. Maybe we should actually reduce the dose as much as possible. Duke, you want to go outside again? You keep coming in and out, in and out. Go. Not yet, not yet. I'm not gonna go outside yet, Duke. Yeah, I have stopped it. Okay, now it's gonna take roughly about 6 to 7 days to flush out from your system. So give it some time till it's fully flushed out from your system, because it does increase the uric acid a little bit. Maybe we can actually either reduce the dose or maybe change the supplement to something different, possibly. You recommended last year a liquid magnesium, malic acid, boswellia, vitamin C, worked amazing for gout. Thanks so much for putting that out there. They do work because of the malic acid, and boswellia is just has to be kind of done consistently. The only reason gout flared up again on one of my patients is because due to the niacin, because niacin does increase your uric acid levels. Now I know sometimes we use niacin because due to the oxidization of your cholesterol, but sometimes we have to actually, if it's causing too much harm than good, then we actually have to discontinue it and maybe try an alternative. Would be bergamot, but it's going to take about 8 weeks to build up in your system. Or it could be berberine and resveratrol as a combination as well. But yeah, thanks for putting that out there again for the gout. Pum, pum, pum. And guys, all the videos that we're doing, all the live videos that I've been doing, and I know I haven't been doing live videos as much, but I am doing some live videos in the evening. You can always catch the episode on YouTube because everything is actually recorded there as well too. What is the best cover up drink for magnesium chloride? What do you mean, what is the best cover up drink? You don't like the taste of the magnesium? Is that what's happening? You can actually take magnesium and mix it with your food if you don't like the flavor of it, or it's too salty. Or you can put it with the coconut cream if you don't like the flavor too much. Guys, whoever's been sending comments or asking me questions, please rephrase it because they are being blocked. Magnesium ionic benefit. There's 600 different benefits in magnesium ionic. Let's just put it that way. So I can sit here probably all day long naming all the benefits. Anything you experience, any type of symptoms you experience, it is due to a magnesium loss. As simple as that. As simple as I can put it. Even heart disease, blood pressure, heart attacks, diabetes. A lot of this stuff is all related to magnesium. Fix your magnesium, you fix that symptom. Magnesium is the root cause for a lot of these diseases. That's why I highly speak so much about it. And I've done hundreds of videos on it. Duke wants to come back in. Come in, Duke. Duke, come. Leave it. One dropper full or more. You need 40 drops to give you 200 milligrams of magnesium. You need a steady supply of magnesium. So it's ideally to take it every 4 hours. If you do experience soft stool effect, then reduce the amount. Could my magnesium show normal levels and still have palpitations? You are testing the incorrect level of magnesium. There's two types. There's magnesium serum, where they test only 1% of your total magnesium. And there's RBC magnesium, which is red blood cells magnesium, and that will test 99%. So every time you go to the doctor and you get your magnesium checked, they're actually checking magnesium serum and not RBC levels. I'm Palestine. Hey, what's going on? How is the house coming along? I don't know. Can you see behind me? Here, let me show you. Let me flip the camera, see if you can see. Flip camera. So there's a little tiny house. The floor is done, walls are done. I just have to do the edging of the windows and everything, and it should be good. Got my cedar table going. Got a couple of these little couches. So most of the stuff is done. I just gotta finish the trim, and I've been trying to kind of finish outside. So I finally finished the stuff for the roof, so I can put a clear polycarbonate to kind of keep the view. And we got the deck going. I got the posts, got most of it done. Right now we're waiting for the wood stove. It's gonna be going in this corner. I was gonna put it in this corner, but I switched it to this corner. So that's what's gonna happen. Waiting for that. I get one piece will arrive this Wednesday. It's gonna be the floor piece for the wood stove. Then we're gonna lift the wood stove, put her on it. It's 500 pounds, so I'm gonna get a couple neighbors to help me. Then I still waiting for the chimney and pipes. They will arrive in the end of October. Then we'll get that installed. And there's Duke sitting outside in the water, as usual. Hello, I sent you via email feedback about Blood Flow 7. Blood Flow 7 is bullshit, does not work. I already know about Blood Flow 7, Dahlia. Blood Flow 7 does not work. I'm very familiar of the product. I'm very familiar of the L-arginine they use, the type of form of L-arginine. It does not work. Anybody who's already over the age of 40 and who has existing heart disease. I've said this numerous times for the past year, and still there's a very high percentage of you guys still want to go and look for another nitric oxide formula, and even thought it is very expensive. It does not work, because once you are over the age of 40, your body cannot convert citrulline and L-arginine into nitric oxide, and or if you have heart disease, your body will not be able to convert the amino acids. So the only way you can get it is from the proper sourcing. And the Blood Flow 7 has nothing to do with L-citrulline. It's mostly the L-arginine in it that will actually convert to nitric oxide, but it does not. It is good for young people. It is good for certain people that actually might experience blood pressure, but it only releases for 6 seconds. 6 seconds. The house is well insulated. Yes, the floor is insulated with 2x6, and the ceiling and the walls. Everything is actually insulated, and I have the sides are closed. I do have the holes already made for moisture buildup, so it's coming along really good. Tiny house looks great, Maurice. Will you be there this winter? I'm gonna try to hold her up here all the way till possibly December. Then I'll probably head to the city to visit the family around December. But right now it's a waiting game for the wood stove. I need the wood stove installed so I can stay nice and warm, to be honest with you. And I'm waiting till we get our first snowfall, so this way we can see if the water line is gonna freeze or not. So cross fingers, and hopefully the water line does not freeze, and we'll go from there. Our banana is good for us, too high in sugar. Insulation is not good because no ground contact if you have to ground contact. There's no ground contact. It's about 3 feet higher than the ground. Cheers, Tony. Thank you. Yeah, we're waiting until we get the snowfall. Wait until it hits like -1, and we'll see if the water line freezes. If the water line freezes and my pump gives up, then I'll have to be transferring water by hand manually, and I'll have to head to the city. So hopefully everything goes well, because there'll be a lot of packing again, back and forth. But when I come back, I'll come back early. I want to come back early so I can finish some stuff. I got some boots. Where do we get your water? From the creek. I'll go up and fill up some water from the creek. I'll be sitting there in freezing cold outside for like 20-30 minutes to fill up like couple gallons. I'll have to do that a few times until I end up. That's what I did last year until I left. I got some rubber boots up to the knees. They're actually good for like -30. I got most of the stuff kinda ready and on the side for little emergencies. I have a gas heater. I have a propane heater actually installed. I have the electrical heater, and we're gonna get the wood stove going. But once the wood stove is going, the other stuff won't be utilized as much anymore, which is good. Yeah, sometimes I filter it, sometimes I don't. When it's coming from the creek water, it's fairly very clean. Creeks don't freeze because the water is moving. No, yeah, the creeks will continue flowing. So that's why you know, you can always go up and get water from the creek, which is nice. And it's not that far. I have power. I have electricity. I did sell my my battery, my EcoFlow battery. I think they're bullshit and they're wasting money. I did sell it. I lost a lot of money in it, but I had to get rid of it because I have no use for it. I do have full electricity now because I did install a whole system. I had to get somebody with an excavator, and they did the whole thing for me. It was roughly about 725 feet of digging, 4 feet underground to put the electrical line. So that did cost me quite a bit of money, but I had to get it done. I had to get it done because the battery would not last, and running off a generator kind of defeats the purpose. You won't be saving much. Please show again the photo of your product. I do have it on my website, Dahlia. It is under it's called the New Foundation by Berkeley. Brita pitcher will filter water. I have one. I have a stainless steel filter. Actually, that sometimes I use. I'm 68, still lifting weights. How much leucine would you recommend after lifting? 3 grams only. 3 grams after lifting, Steven. Let's make some coffee. What time is it anyway? Oh wow, it's already 3 o'clock. Yesterday I actually slept late. Usually I'm out by 9 p.m. I actually slept about 11 because I had such a late coffee drinking. Do you have any advice for improving heart conduction like NAV blocks? Yes, magnesium, vitamin D, and vitamin C. What is leucine? Is an amino acid that actually allow to increase your protein synthesis and actually help for building muscle tissue. It's one of the best amino acids you can find. Usually they always mix it with in a list of branched chain amino acid, leucine, isoleucine, valine, but the one that actually does work is leucine on its own. All the others are just nonsense to use. It should be on the website in the bottom, creatine. If it's not there, it's the same brand as leucine. Do we take leucine only after workout, or it could be part of a mixture of amino acids throughout the day? No, only after workout. If you do it through the day, it does have the effect of actually increasing protein synthesis, so it does actually have the effect of actually spiking your insulin a bit. and you don't want to actually end up spiking your insulin during the daytime. You want to do it after training so you can recover better. Dealing with PVCs, I think it's the biggest gut issue. Dealing with PVCs, it is fixable. I did an ebook on it. So remember, guys, a perfect cup of coffee. You have to heat up your coffee cup first. So we're gonna heat it up while I'm still grinding some fresh coffee beans. Marek, how are you? I am early. It's good because it's raining, so I couldn't do any work, so I thought I'd come and see you guys. Heart is more sensitive to magnesium taurate, I read. Well, you do need the taurine to actually absorb magnesium at the cellular level. Without taurine, you will never be able to absorb magnesium to the cellular level and support your heart. Every dose of magnesium of 200 milligrams, you need 3,000 milligrams of taurine. No point of taking magnesium taurate. Magnesium, take it separate in an ionic format, and you take taurine. The Greeks sometimes have chemicals because of lawn. True, but in the location I live, there's no chemicals, Palestine. It's just coming directly from Crown land. So nothing for me to worry about, other than possibly if animals poop in nut water or sometimes they die in nut water, then, you know, what's the worst could happen? I get like maybe a little stomach pain or something. I don't know. Do you do one-on-one consulting? Yes, I do, like almost 5 a day to 6 a day, bright side smile, except on Sundays. I try to take Sundays off. So we're just pressing the coffee right now. I need a little bit more beans. Best time to take magnesium? Every 4 hours. You need a steady supply of magnesium. People, when they do fishing in ponds here in America, they think that the fish is so clean. In some places, yes, not all the places. It depends where they're fishing. I think it's raining on Duke. Let me just check. Give me a second, guys. Oh, it's just very windy. We had a couple of trees get knocked down. Missed my water tank and everything by a couple feet. I had to go out yesterday and clean them up. But overall, everything's safe. I still have 2 more trees. I'm worried they're gonna fall. So I gotta go cut them up. Oh, it's getting windy. All the ponds are full, other than being full of fertilizers, they are full with a lot of aluminum and a lot of heavy metals as well too. Guys, don't forget the MCT with your coffee. Let's put a roughly, I think that's about a tablespoon. What's your opinion of the breath booster? So far, so good. So far, it's not bad. I've been trying to actually, you know, introduce it to a lot of patients because I've been doing it every single morning for about 15 minutes. It's getting easier and easier compared to what I was than before, but I think it's good. I think it's good. It has some good potential only if used on a daily basis, and you have to actually stay consistent to it, 100%. Overall, it's been good. I spoke about it numerous times on my live and through emails, but so far it's not bad. Put what in our coffee? MCT oil. And make sure you blend it for at least 10 minutes. Give me a second, guys. Let me just blend it in. It might be a little bit noisy. There we go. There we go. The coffee is nice and warm. And we got some MCT going. There we go. Cheers. It's very noisy. It was like a 10-second or so. Just 10 seconds of mixing your MCT with coffee. If you don't mix it properly, you're not going to be able to absorb the polyphenols and get the proper effect of it. So this is a must. Kiki, how are you? Oh wow, it's very windy outside. It's never been that windy before. Really windy. Already had 2 trees got dropped 2 days ago. And it's never been that windy. This whole season I've been here hasn't been that windy. I don't know what's going on recently. And I left. There's Duke, he's coming. Can I mix it in organic cacao? I don't drink coffee. Yes, you could mix it with organic cacao as well, too, 100%. Hello, brother. Coffee time here too. Cheers. Cheers. I'm in my little tiny house, sitting outside with Duke. I'm not outside. He's outside. He's enjoying the weather. He loves it. Hold on. Let's sit down. It's nice and it's cold actually in here. I need like a little sweater or something. Okay, let's get Duke inside. Come in, Duke. Come. Leave my coffee alone, bud. Go find a place and sit down. Come here. Come and sit beside me. Come and sit beside me. Okay, don't knock the phones down. Come here. You. You're freaking wet. I told you don't go outside. Come here. Come in here. Come. You're wet. I take 2 grams taurine with 200 milligrams of magnesium. That's not bad, as long as you're getting at least a good amount. I would say minimum 6 grams daily. It's the wolf in him. Yeah, no kidding. He just wants to sit outside and enjoy the weather. He's just, come here. Your nose is cold. You know, he comes in this morning. No, leave it. 3 o'clock in the morning. And he jumps in the bed, sleeps beside me. His nose is like super cold. Chilajit. Chilajit is a waste of money. If you don't have enough amount of money, let's say, to buy and use it consistent for a full year, seriously, it is a waste of money. You should be able to, as long as you hit at least 6 grams a day, you should be fine. Duke, leave this alone. It's just, I have it taped for now. Creatine monohydrate and D-ribose before food or after food? Either or. If you're gonna do it at least 30 minutes before eating, about an hour after. That would be the ideal time to do it. But keep in mind, you can do creatine multiple times throughout the day. As for D-ribose, you could, but just make sure you're not exceeding 2.5 grams per dose. I'm ordering the berberine and the resveratrol. Can I substitute that for my regular berberine? Yes, you could. And make sure you get it from that same website that I sent you, the one that is coming from Australia. Wow, it's really windy outside. You come here. Come here. He's calling me over. He wants some love again. And he's suggesting to keep cholesterol and blood pressure down. Yes, I did. I do have a couple ebooks out there that you can actually follow, Harold, and you can actually fix your blood pressure and you can fix your cholesterol levels. You wanna play, don't you? No, you're not going outside. It's raining, it's gonna snow soon. Back up. Putts. Now. Good boy. Yes, a bit pricey, but I got $12 off, so thank you. Yeah, it is pricey, but let's look at the quality over quantity because it does work really, really well, especially when you mix them both together. Duke, come here, with me. Good boy. Hey, listen, you want a treat? Through. Good. Where's Duke? There he is. Leave my shoe alone. Leave my shoe alone, please. Well, are we going in circles, back and forth? Duke, come here. Let's look outside what's going on. It's raining, it's so windy. Hopefully no more trees will fall. I don't know if you guys can see it. It looks like it's gonna start snowing maybe in the top of the mountain. Maybe. But it's really windy. So we had the trees that fell. They actually fell on this side, up on the top. And I actually had to go up there and clean them up. You can't see them from here, and I stacked them. But look at that rain. Let's look at this side. We still haven't cleaned up this section yet, but it's all nice and open right now. There's my little truck. And there's trees that are like freaking moving like crazy. Duke, I need to talk on the phone with these people. Enough playing. No, you're not going outside right now. It's very, very wet. Stay here, bud. Let me finish my coffee. Where's my coffee cup? So that's what happens whenever the weather rains and stuff. Duke never. I can't really do any work. I have to play with them the whole time. Even thought we went for almost like an hour and a half of walk today. And I took him to town. He actually played in the water a bit. Are nitric oxide capsules only available by mail order? 3 stores in my area that sells many supplements did not have it. They do not have it. This nitric oxide, Gerald, are only available for practitioners or in clinics. So you're never gonna find them in nutrition stores. All right, and that's the only reason. Or you just have to kind of get it directly ordered online, and you're using my practitioner code to actually get it, to have access to it. Because most of the nitric oxide that they actually sell in stores are actually made out of amino acids, and they don't actually work off amino acids. What do you need, Duke? Come here. I take inositol on empty stomach occasionally. Inositol does help, actually. It's not bad. The P6, I believe, is a form. I think we left Duke's blanket outside. It's gonna get wet. So you're not gonna be able to sleep on a blanket tonight. And your other one, you damaged it. You ripped it as well. Yeah, you ripped it. You're gonna sleep on the bed then, aren't you? Yes, you are. You're gonna sleep on the bed. Yeah. You're not sleeping on the floor. You got it? You understand, Duke? Is it good to take boron with food or after? With food. Probably ideally you want to take at least minimum 10 milligrams. No, leave the tools alone. I should have put them in the container. Put the blanket in the dryer, make it cozy for him. It's really, really wet actually, so I shouldn't have left it outside. He was actually sleeping on it, and we left it outside by mistake when we went to town. You're gonna actually sleep on my bed. No, I'm not gonna go get it. It's full of water. Look at that, it's raining. He's gonna sleep beside me on the bed. He's not gonna be sleeping on the floor today. What's the fastest way to get hydrated, and how do you know when you are hydrated? Duke, you're not going outside. Here, let me show you. Let me show you Stephen. Fastest way to actually get hydrated, you actually have to use magnesium, okay? And the way you can tell if you're hydrated is all based on the elasticity of your skin. That's one way. Another option is the dryness. Give me a second, guys. Let me just fill up some water. So in every cup of water, you need to actually add this product here. This is magnesium and trace minerals. So that's how we actually get hydrated correctly. Just drinking water on its own, you're not gonna actually hydrate yourself. If anything, you're gonna flush out your mineralization, and you're gonna actually overwork your kidneys. So all you need is about 40 drops of this to get 200 milligrams of magnesium, but as well get all your trace minerals. So 40 drops is roughly about a half a teaspoon. So there you go. So we got about a half a teaspoon. And that's it. That's all you need. So now you got 1 cup of water with about 200 milligrams of magnesium in this. And you got all your trace minerals. So that's how you actually hydrate your body correctly. And therefore, you don't need to drink, you know, as they claim. You know, I have a lot of people where they drink 2 or 3 liters of water. You don't need to drink that much water. Once you hydrate correctly, you probably can reduce your water intake by about 50%. Okay, now this contains magnesium and it contains all your trace minerals. Now the best way to actually hydrate your cells correctly, especially your heart cells, that's where taurine comes in. But every time you drink your magnesium, you need at least minimum 3,000 milligrams of taurine. So there's your taurine as well. I have all the products on my website if you're interested. I get it all from iHerb. So there's your taurine. There's 3,000 milligrams of taurine. You don't have to do this on every single time, but you have to do it at least 2 or 3 times a day just so you can actually allow more magnesium to get into the cellular level, especially for your heart. I drink almost 3 liters of water a day and still feel dehydrated. You don't need to drink 3 liters of water a day. You don't need to drink that much. That's way too much. And what's gonna happen is you're gonna end up overstimulating your kidney, and you're actually gonna end up losing more minerals than you are actually maintaining. So do what I'm doing right now. You probably end up drinking maybe maximum a liter a day. I'm having cardiac catheterization test on Thursday. Any advice? Advice in what way? All they're doing is they're just checking on your heart, correct? They're not doing anything such as stenting or anything like that. Stop biting the table, please. Stop biting the table. You put a hole into it. Stop biting the table, please. Stop biting the table, please. Stop it. Stop biting the table. At least 15 minutes. You have to 15 minutes roughly with the supplementation and magnesium and caffeine intake. But keep in mind, whenever you're actually drinking coffee tend to actually freezes your intestine for up to 2 hours. So if you are drinking any type of magnesium, it's not gonna get absorbed because of the caffeine. You put a hole in my table, Duke. That's the only difference. What's your opinion on drinking water with organic baking soda? You could do that, the organic baking soda, but you don't need that much. No more than about 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda. Because keep in mind, you don't want to neutralize the acidity too much, because you're only going to use the baking soda to actually enhance your intestines, so you can actually absorb more magnesium or even more mineralization as well too. 2 hours, okay. My guy said about an hour. I'll wait 2 hours. Yeah, your intestine does freeze for about 2 hours from the caffeine, so you're not gonna actually absorb as much magnesium in that time frame. So best to actually consume your magnesium before you have your caffeine drink. Thank you. What should I do if I go into AFib? If you go into AFib, all you gotta do is just saturate correctly with magnesium and taurine. And I did an ebook on that. You have to actually take quite a bit of it. Pre-supplements, the only thing you wanna do for pre-supplements would be magnesium, taurine, and nitrate. That's it. Prior to that, to kind of help and vasodilate the arteries and help your body to stay into a relaxation zone. Because sometimes a lot of the doctors, they end up giving you like a calcium channel blocker to actually prevent the heart from over contracting too much. Is it okay to add a creatine and drink it for later? Technically you have 15 minutes to drink it before it actually oxidizes. I find probiotics to be a waste of time and money. Your thoughts? 100% I agree with that. I don't recommend probiotics. Only time I would recommend probiotics is to make your own, such as kefir. Can I just stop taking a blood pressure medications? You cannot just drop them without doing a proper blood testing, because one of the side effects of a blood pressure medication, they do actually increase your homocysteine. And that's what actually allows your arteries to stay flexible. So if they do raise your homocysteine, you actually have to balance that before you get off your blood pressure medications. Do you know why heart conduction gets worse when tired or sleepy? Does it make sense? Because you're actually the only reason it gets worse because of your electrolyte balance. That's why you need a steady supply of the mineralization. Because all it is, when you're talking about heart conduction, you're talking about contraction and relaxation. Sometimes it goes off rhythm because not enough magnesium to actually support the proper balance, the proper beat, or how can I say this, the proper electrical beats, because they're all actually needed to actually support your arteries. what happened in 15 minutes if I didn't drink my creatine? It does oxidize. It will actually be broken down. Anything you mix other than your mineralization should be actually, you should actually drink it, you know, within a 15-minute window. Good stent material versus the bad. Oh, I should actually make a video on that, Blaine. You just gave me a really cool idea. Where's my pen? I don't have my pen. Let me put it on my computer. Give me a second. I gotta write this down. I'm gonna take a picture of it. I don't know how I can. Not with this phone. I can't. That's one of the big issues that we come across lots, where cardiologists, they try to actually rip people off and make stent video. Good stent material versus bad stent. Make stent video before we have to go in for one. Okay, this is very crucial and very crucial information, guys. Blaine just put out a nice comment out there talking about what is a good stent material and what is a bad stent material. The problem is, especially if you live in Canada, you know how some of our healthcare system tend to be free, but they try to kind of come back at you in a different way. So sometimes there's certain products, or let's say stent, when they put it inside your arteries to prevent a heart attack or to prevent, let's say, a narrowing, they end up using a specific format of a stent that it's required to take medications for life. So that's how they can actually compensate their money. So if they end up putting a stent that is costing like $30,000 or $40,000, they'll say, well, hey, if we put that person on medication for life, we're gonna make 10 times the money we put into that stent. So I'll talk about that. I'm gonna talk about that and actually break it down for you guys. So the next time, hopefully nobody goes out there and get a stent, but if you guys go out there and get a stent, you know exactly what to ask for and what you demand for. I am in Canada, bright side. Cardiologists never talk me about minerals, just beta blockers. They're clueless about that stuff. They have no clue. It's not gonna work anymore if I drink the creatine 15 minutes later. It will work, but you lose its efficiency. How can I say this? Because the salts in it, they actually start to break down. So instead of you getting 100% quality, now you're getting possibly 80 or 90%. It's not a big deal. It's just I don't like the idea of having any type of waste in the kidney. That's the only reason I'm saying you should be drinking it within 15 minutes. Make stent. Does the body try to reject stent material? It does, yes. There's some that gets rejected. And that's where the issue happens, or that's why certain people end up having a secondary heart attack. What is a stent? Stent is a metal coil piece that they put inside your artery. I have PVC of the heart. Is it harmful in the long run? It could be. It could cause clotting, but you can fix it, Peter. PVC is 100% fixable and reversible. Download my ebook on how to actually fix PVCs. I think it has the title of Heart Arrhythmia, Heart Rhythm Fix. I have a lot of ebooks, Peter. If you get a chance to actually visit my website, I am working on a new one right now for sleeping. Hopefully I'll have it done as well for you guys soon. If it turns out to be good, I'll put it up for sale. If it turns out not to be so good the way I intended it, I'll give it for free. I always give a lot of free stuff. Are cabbage good for vitamin K? Vitamin K2? Yes, not vitamin K3. The coffee was not the best. Salam alaikum. You're a good man for helping us all, Leona. Thank you. Appreciate your comments. How much protein is needed to maintain muscle mass? 1 gram per 1 pound of body weight. I eat about 200 grams of protein daily. I only weigh about 150. What are your thoughts on TRT? Yes and no. Before you do any TRT, do check your prolactin and estrogen levels because you could be estrogenic dominant. What vitamins and micronutrients do you need to function properly on a day? Most important ones. Well, see, the problem is with a lot of the mineralization, every person's diet is different. Sometimes if I eat a carnivore diet, maybe I might be getting all the mineralization I need. If you're eating, let's say, a SAD diet or a ketogenic or paleo, for example, you might be missing a few vitamins and minerals that you have to take. But most important ones are your full picture of your mineralization, more than anything in vitamin C and D that we don't get enough of. I want to stop smoking. Start taking vitamin C, about 3,000 milligrams every 4 hours until you hit your tolerance level. And never eat chicken anymore, maybe once a year, full of estrogen. I haven't had chicken for 10 years. Correct, because they're not bred properly, especially in Canada. There's very rare for you to find any pasture-raised chicken. And they're very highly in omega-6 and very highly estrogenic and very high in hormones. Does zinc need a carrier? It doesn't, no. But if you are going to take zinc, you make sure you're taking copper 2 hours or 4 hours apart. So every 7 milligrams of zinc, you take 1 milligram of copper. Now, a lot of the mineralization and a lot of the vitamins, they do not need a carrier. Like a carrier, think of it as cayenne, black pepper, ginger, bromelain. A lot of these are carriers. They don't need a carrier, but sometimes they actually absorb better whenever they're actually mixed with other ingredients, such as, let's say, magnesium, vitamin B6, taurine. So it just enhances their absorption rate. Zinc and elderberry and vitamin C. What is the best electrolyte? So the one I currently take, it does have a natural electrolyte. Make sure you're not buying just electrolyte that is man-made. Make sure you buy it in a natural form. So this product here that I have, since it has magnesium, it has all the trace minerals, it has a proper balance of electrolyte. It's one of the best, most natural form you could ever find that it's not man-made. I do have it on my website as well too. Are mackerel good for omega-3? Yeah, if you don't overcook them. Anything helps getting rid of warts on fingers? I'm not familiar with that, sorry. But think of skin as your largest organ. The question is, why are you getting them? Is zinc and copper combination not a good idea? No, zinc will cancel the copper out. So they have to be separate. It is from Australia, yes. It is from Australia, seawater, and it's actually imported. The distributor is in the USA. It's one of the cleanest form. Why they said that you need the omega-3 to be higher than omega-6? Think of omega-3 as anti-inflammation and think of omega-6 as a pro-inflammatory. The ratio, technically, they like it to be 4:1. So every 4 grams of omega-6, 1 gram of omega-3. In my perspective, for optimal level, it should be 1:1. And the problem is we tend to eat more omega-6 pro-inflammatory foods compared to omega-3s. The problem is with omega-3s, they're heat and light sensitive. So the moment you actually cook them, you automatically oxidize them. So if you're eating fish and you overcook your fish, you're getting good quality protein, but you're destroying your omega-3 levels. 40 drops of that acid trace minerals, you get roughly about a half a teaspoon. But if you're starting, Steven, maybe start with like 20 drops in the beginning. Because the whole idea is not to have any soft stool. If you end up having soft stool, that means your body's not utilizing any of it. It's just being flushed out. Health food store disagreed with me when I said not good to have zinc copper in the same supplement supply. What the problem is, a lot of these health food stores, while they are being operated by managers and staff, they're not well educated on a lot of the nutrition support out there. So I would never really ask them for any type of feedback, to be honest with you, or any type of help, because they are clueless on that stuff. Wow, why do they sell them in combination form? Like I said, people actually have combinations. They're trying to actually mimic what is in nature. Now, whatever is in nature is meant to be consumed and meant to be absorbed because it's technically in nature. But whenever you have man-made products, 99% of the time it'll never get absorbed because it actually throws things out of balance. Hi Maurice, hey, body, mind and soul, how are you? I enjoyed bantering with them. Very few do any research. Oh, 100%. It's good to kind of play around and test their little brains. Sorry to say that, but seriously, like I've worked with a lot of these industries, and some of the people that they work on there, they're, unless they have it as a passion, they're just there to actually sell. That's it. What can give someone who has anxiety because lack of sleep and has tried everything? You haven't tried L-theanine yet, have you? Or even GABA? Maurice, it's been too long since I watched your live. I've been coming in the evening sometimes just because I've been working during the day. How do I find the cause of high blood pressure? I'm type 1 for 30 years, average A1C 5.1, CAC score 77. How do I find the cause of high blood pressure? The cause of high blood pressure is very, very simple. Very simple. One single mineral goes deficient. Jim. Very simple. It's magnesium. No, where can I purchase, please? What are you trying to purchase? The L-theanine, you can get it from iHerb. I do have it on my website. How will you know that you stop growing taller, 18 years old, without getting an x-ray? I have no clue. Never really looked into that. I'm on absolutely zero medications, never had any happy pills, got rid of my TV 8 years ago. Cheers to that. I haven't actually watched TV probably now coming up to almost 10 years myself. That's awesome. Continue the hard work. Can we do supplement while on 72-hour fasting? Yes, you could. Just make sure you're not doing any fat-soluble supplements. Water-soluble supplements, yes. Fat-soluble supplements, you're just wasting your time taking them. What type of magnesium should I purchase and what dose? I do have it on my website, Jim. This is the one that you need. It's one of the most natural form of magnesium with all the trace minerals in it. It's not man-made. It's derived from the Aussie trace minerals, Aussie seawater, and that's how you consume it. And you consume that multiple times throughout the day. Download my ebook on how to actually reverse high blood pressure if you want, Jim. Everyone subscribe to Maurice YouTube and tag and like his live. He's answering everyone's questions. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Yes, guys, if you get a chance to subscribe, would be greatly appreciated. We finally hit, as of this morning, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube and still growing. Hopefully my videos that I've been giving a lot of information will increase that number. And maybe same time as this year, maybe we can hit 1 million subscribers. That would be just amazing. Maybe. Maurice, when are you going to update the cheat sheet? I think I'm gonna start doing that soon, Blaine, because winter is around the corner where I won't be doing any more work on the house. So I'll be focusing a lot more on going back on my computer and putting everything down and finalizing things. Because when I make my cheat book again, when I put all the new information, I have to be 100% focused into it. Just found out about you. Glad for bad ADHD. What would you recommend? The L-theanine for ADHD. How often a day do you take the liquid magnesium? I take it about 4 or 5 times a day. Are black coffee good while fasting? Does it have any calories? It does not have any calories. It's not whether it's gonna break your fasting. It's just gotta keep in mind when you're drinking a black coffee, let's say while you're fasting, you could actually be depleting mineralization, and your body in that time frame, it needs the mineralization to actually create raw form of vitamins and actually repair your body. So imagine if you're just flushing it out. Blaine, I don't know what, you probably put something, then you retrieved your message, but I know I've been saying about the cheat sheet for a while now, but I've been a little bit stressed to finish everything at the tiny house. And I think I got most of it ready for the winter, so I'm hoping my next time right now is to spend more time with you guys. I am installing a flat polycarbonate sheet on the deck roof. Yes, I just having a hard time finding them locally. The closest place is about 2 hours away, but they haven't really confirmed if they can get it all in one sheet or not. And I need it to be thick enough so it doesn't actually break or crack from the snow load. But technically, yeah, I want it to be as clear as possible so I can still sit here and enjoy the view. I don't want it to be blocked. It is L-theanine for anxiety. Yes, you got it correct, 100%. Take it on an empty stomach, anywhere between 200 to 600 milligrams per dose. What's the spacing on your roof rafters? I was gonna do it at 16 inches, but I couldn't do that because I wanted to actually follow that same pattern that I have on 4x4 end pieces, these black brackets. So these black brackets are roughly about 13 and a half. So I had to actually space everything 13 and a half. So everything will actually be equivalent, the same size. So between the 2x6s, I have a 13 and a half gap. They do come in 4x8 sheets. That's what the guy said. They come 4x8 sheets, but I'm trying to get like a thick enough material, at least like 10 millimeter if possible. What is the new norm for blood pressure reading? It's not about the new norm of blood pressure. It's whether the blood pressure is actually causing a lesion in your arteries or not. Yeah, they do have them 4x8 sheets, Blaine, but I was looking to see if they actually can have them custom, where they come in, let's say, like say 3 feet by, I don't know, 3 feet by, I need like 11 and a half foot. That's the length. This way there's no cuts. Would be nice, or else it's gonna give me a hard time to actually attach them together and have a seam in between to prevent, water leakage. And then I'll have to actually end up going up every year and doing like silicone. Are you a doctor? You are very knowledgeable. A clinical nutritionist. Do you think you could knock out P-Diddy in one versus one ingredient from Dickian? Trace minerals versus Celtic salt. So every 40 drops of trace minerals will be equivalent to about, I think I did an estimate, roughly about 14, 1/4 teaspoon of Celtic salt. So that's a lot of Celtic salt you gotta be consuming to get the equivalent in trace minerals. Well, sorry, to get the equivalent. Yeah, like almost 20, 40 drops of trace minerals, about 16 or so, 1/4 teaspoon. That's a lot to take. So yeah, when I put these sheets, they actually have to fall on a proper end section, or else I do have to cut them. Have you thought about the thin wall polycarbonate panels? They are lighter but may require a little more support under them for snow load. How thin are we talking about, Blaine? Because the ones I've seen, the company that I've seen, they only have two sizes. They only have 6 millimeter and 10 millimeter thickness. Chronic fatigue, you have to use D-ribose. Chronic fatigue is due to a mitochondria issue. Is that 40 drops of trace minerals a day or 4 times a day? 40 drops per dose, 4 times a day. Yes, you have D-ribose, you gotta correct, or creatine, because they are the backbone of your mitochondria. So Blaine, the ones I've seen, the 6 millimeter one, it comes as a roll, and the 10 millimeter one, they come as sheets 4x8. Would definitely like to get the sheet because I think they'll be more durable. It's just I think I might need to go pretty much across that way to actually give them more support so the snow load does not crush them. But the pitch on that roof is 412, so it's not bad. Look at product called Polygal. Is that different than the polycarbonate? The problem is I might maybe find it in the US, but probably in Canada it's gonna be almost hit and miss. But let me write it down. Polygal. Oops. Look for Polygal. Polygal, okay, Polygal. I got it. I'll check that out as well too, Blaine. Long time, Maurice. It has been. I've been coming in mostly in the evening, just because during the daytime I've been trying to take advantage of the weather and trying to fix things. Today's actually has been a rainy day because I know the weather is changing. Any minute now we could actually expect snow, and I'm trying to kind of finish things outside as fast as possible. So that's why I haven't been coming in the afternoon as much. I'll try my best. Depends on the weather now, and we'll go from there. I'm in Canada, Nat. What do you think of pignogenol and citrulline for nitric oxide boost? Citrulline is going to be a waste of money if you're over the age of 40. Pignogenol works really well, but it does not actually activate nitric oxide no more than about 6 seconds. So if you're actually looking about nitric oxide boost, it's better to get the direct supplement from Berkeley, the one I currently talk about. I need a recap of your supplement and info again. Cheat sheet, a new one. I am actually, yeah, I was just talking to Blaine about it. I am actually gonna start updating the new one, the version 2, because right now, probably by next week, I'm gonna start to have a little bit more time because weather changes. I finished most of the stuff outside. Now I was just waiting for the winter to hit, so I can start working on that. 100%, you guys, and I'll send a mass email to everyone. Catabolic and anabolic. So when you wake up in the morning, you always wake up in a catabolic zone. So everything is breaking apart. Just by taking about 5 grams of protein, you can actually break apart that catabolic and end up going into an anabolic building zone. Are you staying all year? I'm staying here till about Christmas. I'm gonna try to stay here till about Christmas, and I'll go see the family in the city. But by the end of the month of October, that's when we probably get the first frost of -1 or so, or maybe before. If the water line freezes, I'll have to leave very soon. If the water line does not freezes, then I'll stay all the way till December. But keep in mind, my wood stove and my chimney are not installed yet, so it's getting very, very cold in here. Wow. Okay, the phone is down to about 10 seconds. Doc, make a group. What kind of group? First person who answers every question. How much coenzyme Q10 should I take a day? If you're taking coenzyme Q10, 600 milligrams. If you're taking ubiquinol, then you take about 200 to 300 milligrams a day. I'm trying to plug my phone because it's almost dying. It's like a 7%. You gotta plug. I have two phones going at the same time. Give me a second, guys. Trying to plug them in before they actually die. And I'll stay here for a bit longer because it's about 10% down. Are you talking about Berkeley Life's natural nitric oxide booster with potassium nitrate and beetroot? Yes, that's the one I'm taking. That's the one I was talking about. And that's the only one that will actually activate your nitric oxide for up to 8 hours. But do use my practitioner code if you get a chance. Even though it is an expensive product, but compared to anything else out there, it's one of the best still. Guys, give me a second. Gotta open the door for Duke. Let me see if I can move the phone. No, I can't. Too bad. Give me a second, guys. Come, come here. Come. Okay, no. Come. Okay, no. He changed his mind. What are the best fasting hours to do every day? Fasting? Well, it depends. I think if you do, one day 15, one day 18 would be ideal. And at least every 2 weeks, or maybe every 3 weeks, you can do 72 hours. Because the fasting, technically, every day, all it is just going to control your inflammation factors, and it's going to help to maintain your body weight. But prolonged fasting is what's going to actually help you heal. Telegram group, comments blocked. So if I do a group there, like, you think everybody will join? I know I've been asked about this numerous times. Do you guys want me to do a new group there? Would actually everybody join, or would we just gonna keep it on YouTube and stuff? Nitric oxide, any type of nitric oxide that has citrulline or L-arginine, then it's not gonna work for you. Nope. Don't do that. Okay, I won't. I have done a lot of you suggestion for my blood pressure and it comes down but goes back up again. If it's going back up, because you probably haven't saturated with magnesium correctly. Thanks, Marek. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you. You can be active on all platforms. It'll be tough to be active on all platforms because I'm gonna end up not giving specific platforms my 110% all the time, so it might be difficult. I like to keep it very simple. No, I totally understand, Marek. I saw that. I got it, 100%. Is Berkeley Life the only brand that works? Out of all the companies that I've tested, yes, it's the only one that works. And the thing is, they're the only one who actually have it patented. So you can't really go behind their back and actually purchase the supplementations separately and do it yourself. It's never gonna work because it's a patent design. Oops, I missed some questions. Whatever you want to do, I'll be there. Sounds good, Jade. Creatine and or D-ribose. Bioenergy for ejection fraction. Yes, both of them. You need both, Matt. And it has to be bioenergy brand for the D-ribose. How do I saturate with magnesium? I take all my magnesium at bedtime. There's your problem. You have to take it throughout the day. You need a consistent supply of magnesium. Come on, John. You've seen how many times I take magnesium every time I'm chatting with you guys? How to break the fast correctly, bone broth. If you don't have access to the bone broth, mineralization, 1 or 2 cups of the mineral water that I drink with the trace minerals in it, that's all you need to actually break your fast correctly. Who can take nitric oxide? Everybody can take nitric oxide, and everybody should take nitric oxide. Look out for my new video about the 3 most important key supplement that actually will prevent endothelial damage. What's Duke barking at? Probably some deers at the gate.
Channel 1.
Oh yeah, it is. Hold on, give me a second, guys. Oh yeah, it is. We have a little deer at the gate going across. So Duke is going crazy. I was gonna put sensors all around because there's one spot where the coyotes come into the land. I should put a sensor there. Every time it goes off, I'll know there's a coyote. I'll be waiting for him. Does the body weight drops on 72-hour fasting? Sometimes it does. Mostly water loss. Sometimes you might maybe up plus or minus about 2 to 5 pounds. Sasquatch. Duke's barking at Sasquatch. Would be awesome if I can see something unusual here. Would be pretty cool because a lot of the neighbors that lived here, they've always lived in the bottom. I am at the highest peak right now. So it would be interesting to see what happened in the winter time, because if any animal is gonna come through, it's gonna come through where I'm gonna see it first. What about NO2UO, nitric oxide? So Demetrius, the doctor that actually did this formula used to actually work for Berkeley Life, and he's been working there for almost about 18 years, and he left the company. And because their product is so patented, he couldn't make the same product, so he ended up making the N1O2, whatever it's called. If you keep in mind, if you look at the ingredients are terrible because he's using the cheapest forms ever. Yes. I have met my neighbors. On one side, I do have a Karen that I don't want to meet, I don't want to talk to. I did used to have a really good neighbor, but he left last year. So I have a Karen on one side. She's all the way in the bottom. I don't really care about her. On the other side, there's another neighbor. He has about 2 kids. Really nice person. He helps me lots as well too. Creatine monohydrate or HCI for heart. They're both good, Matt. It's just the HCl does get absorbed better, but the problem is you will never find HCl, creatine HCl on its own. It's always going to be mixed. So you have to kind of stick with creatine monohydrate. I rarely drink coffee, but when I do, I can have a nap right after. Does not keep me awake. Why? Because actually it's flushing out some of your mineralization, and that's why it kind of puts the body in like what is called the fatigue mode. How to get detox from ciproflexin or support damaged tendons? Support damaged tendons, you can do BPC 157, TB 500. But I'll have to check on detoxification. I know taurine does help. Someone has no gallbladder, what should be taken, please? Bile acids with every single meal, especially with meals that contain fat. What someone goes toilet a lot at night, pre-diabetic. You need to take too much contraction in your urination. So you gotta take magnesium glycinate to help relax that. What a nitrate supplement do you recommend? Trying to see a doctor to look into my blood pressure, which is high. I do have the nitrate on my website. If you go to my website under supplements, that would be the first supplement there. I've been using it myself for 10 years. You're the only one that answered my question about coffee. Thank you. No problem. Bright side. BPC what? BPC-157. They're peptides. Yes, for the ciprofloxacin, whatever you call that, haven't heard of it, but taurine is gonna be the only one that actually works because there is an antibiotic is going to flush it out from your system, but you have to go on a 90-day with high kefir intake. Drinking coffee a few hours after my 500 milligrams niacin seems to activate the flushing. Not bad, but I can feel it. I take the slow release niacin. Oh, that's interesting. I usually take it before coffee. I like the flush. I didn't get it today. I didn't get a flush, even thought I took niacin twice already. Is ox bile good? Any lipase also? Lipase is produced by your pancreas, so there's no need to take it. Ox bile is produced by your gallbladder. If you have no gallbladder, you need ox bile. Want to get a session booked with you? Need help with my blood pressure? Please do. If you click on my website on the top left corner, you can book an appointment. I'm open pretty much almost all week except Sundays. I'll take one more question. And I want to take a little break. I'll see if I can come back later tonight, maybe. If the weather is nice, maybe I'll go play with Duke a little bit. Okay, I will go the route. Which one is best? I know I am using oxide with taurine. What was your question again, John? When was your last live? Last night. I've been doing some at night because during the daytime I've been working lots trying to finish things because the weather is changing, and that's why I came today in the afternoon. Yeah, you don't want to take magnesium oxide. It has very low amount of magnesium elemental. You want to take magnesium ionic chloride with the taurine. If you can explain gallbladder flush in a video, that would be great. I'll probably add it. I don't know if I have it done before. I'll have to check. When is your next live? Your nice accent from Lebanon originally, Nat, but I'll do my next live in the afternoon. Sometimes I get booked, so it's gonna be in the evening, guys. What hardware stores are in drivable area from you? There's one within about 30 minutes and there's one within about 2 hours from me. The one in 30 minutes, small shop. A lot of the stuff is on special orders, but it gets here in about 2 weeks. The other one, sometimes they can get a little bit faster. The one with the 2-hour drive. And there's another one, 6-hour drive. That's when I get to the next big city kind of thing. I didn't know we could book appointments. Yeah, if you click on my website on the top left, I get a lot of booking happening every single day. Sometimes that's why it prevents me from coming in the afternoon. But probably moving down on a road, maybe that time frame, because a lot of people like that time frame in the afternoon. Maybe I'll have it booked off so I can do live with you guys. I'll see how it goes. So it's a long magnesium. It's a long ion magnesium by trace. Okay, so if it is ionic chloride, then you should be fine, John. What quality water do you drink? Is there a video on that? I drink creek water, direct creek water, spring water. What can a person have for a healthy heart before any symptoms? What can a person have for a healthy heart? What do you mean, what can a person have for a healthy heart? To maintain a healthy heart is nitric oxide. It's supposed to be one question. You and Duke have a good afternoon. Same with you, Blaine. Guys, I do have to get going. I wanted to answer one more question and I'm getting lost now. I do have to get going, but I'll see what time I can come back and we can chat again tomorrow for sure, 100%. Half boiled is fine. In the meantime, you guys take care. I don't believe in RO water or distilled water is bullshit because it's gonna flush out all your organic and non-organic materials. You guys have a nice evening and we'll definitely come back and chat with you guys. In the meantime, happy Sunday. I'm